Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to Tabletop Reviews. For today it is about the South Tigris. I'm doing both Scholars and Wayfarers in this video. You're probably wondering why not wait until Inventors came out and do the trilogy? Because I don't want to. Because I'm going to try and sell these games. And because, yes, I'm not keeping them. You're probably wondering why. Well, first of all, let's just talk about the games real quick. So Wayfarers, obviously, is the first one in this new trilogy. It's the one that follows up the West Kingdom, which is the best trilogy so far. I've only played Viscounts, but I do own Paladins, so I'm looking forward to playing it. And in this one, it's all about the dice that you roll the number right. And you can make that number better by adding symbols to it, and use these symbols to pay for more cards, and you through those cards you score points in various different ways. And you're trying to move up the track, which also will gain you rewards of more dice or more workers or or symbols. That's the thing that I'm working for. And you're trying to create sort of a nice little space out of a harbor, so to speak. It looks very beautiful. It's very well illustrated, and it is a pretty decent game. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 actually. I'm messing up in here. So it's a really good game. It's a great way of using the dice, sort of, and the artwork combined. It's really great. I'm not a big fan of the track where you can go up it and then really solve things. Maybe it should have just been about the cards, I think. That's my personal opinion. Scholars also utilize dice. See, I've actually flipped this one on its head here. That's not good. There we go. And this one, well, you are trying to translate a bunch of scrolls, and all of them have to go to Arabic. Isn't it Arabic, actually? I have actually forgotten what is the... Yeah, it's Arabic. That is the final thing that you're trying to translate it from Chinese and Syriac and Lebanese and what else? Sanskrit and Greek and Hebrew and all of these things. And to do that, you need to have some translators who can translate it from, Chinese to Hebrew, from Hebrew to Syriac, from Syriac to Arabic, right? The translators can translate different things, and you're trying to get to Arabic as the end goal by paying them gold to do it, obviously. So you're trying to hire these translators, but you're also trying to get the scrolls into the houses where you can translate them, and also you're trying to go up different stages. Is for 6 different ones containing the colors. You're trying to move up to get rewards by putting down cards, which each card allows you to put some dice on it, and then you place it in on a task symbol, so to speak, right? Some of them are 2, some of them are just 1. You put the card down there with the dice on it, and then when you rest, you can do something with it, which is rest is basically the reset action, also in Wayfarers. And you're trying to translate these scrolls by setting up in the correct way. Doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm also giving it an 8, although I put it lower than Wayfarers. One of the main things is you could end up being the person that hired the most translators, but got using the least and lose because someone just utilizes your translator to translate some scrolls. Like, it's difficult to set up for yourself being like, okay, I have something that scores a lot for translating Hebrew scrolls. I want to focus on Hebrew scrolls. But somebody next to you is like, I'll just wait, and now I can translate this Hebrew scroll, now I can translate. And you can't set it up because he might just interrupt you, because getting more scrolls is better than to get scrolls that fit together. So in a 2-player game, it's absolutely terrible. Somebody's going to end up just completely losing. In a 3-player game, might not be as terrible. Who knows? That's a massive weakness, but I'm gonna give it a 7, not an 8. It's a 7. Like, that's a glaring, obvious thing where you can just wait for others to do it, and if you both do that, well, none of you are doing anything the entire game, and it's gonna take 5 fucking hours. Massive mistake on this one. Now, I'm all getting rid of both of them. If I was going to be keeping one, it would be Wayfarers. It's a little bit better, and I haven't played it at high, play count at 4 yet. But I'm going to get rid of both of them. I would say this is disappointing. I come from not having played a lot of the Gaffel games. I've played Shipwrights of the North Sea, the original one, and Viscounts of the West Kingdom. I do have Paladins, and I also have the other Shipwrights of the North Sea. Although I've played it solo, not impressed with that one. Gotta play it multiplayer before I can say anything. And then to go into this one, hearing so much about it, hearing so much about Twisting, hearing so much about Wayfarers even. Wayfarers got a lot of traffic when it came out. To get these two, I backed the Scholars Kickstarter. So you can receive these two to play them through and seeing this glaring mistakes in Scholars, seeing how you can sort of manipulate it if you're just a little bit better than your opponent. You can easily run away with these, and not 2-player games at all. At 3, I'm not so overly impressed with it, and 4, as I say, I haven't played Wayfarers at 4. And the main thing is, it's such a high barrier of entry. I don't feel like Shipwrights or Viscounts have this high of a level of entry at all. There are so many things, so many symbols. Now, shout out to Scholars. They have an entire page dedicated to how you can help people who have problems with colors, right? Colorblind, that's the word for it. Massive shout out to them for doing that, because Scholars is very much about colors. And in the end, that's what makes it terrible, because you need access to very certain colors, and it's difficult to get access to these certain colors, and you end up spending so much time worrying about what you're drawing from it and what you're doing here. In Wayfarers, and you need these specific symbols, but if you're not fast enough, you're not going to get to this symbol fast enough to then they take it, and then all of a sudden it's different symbols, and you can end up just not doing the most with it. They have such a high barrier of entry, and as someone who now knows how to play these two games, of course, I always have to read a little bit up on the rules and stuff, but I need to play someone who knows how to play these games, otherwise I'm going to kick their ass. I'm going to use everything I know about Scholars and how to just patiently wait for them to do the hard work for me to just easily do a translation and stuff, because it's definitely getting the scrolls to the houses and hiring the translators. That's the difficult part. Translating the scrolls is not, but I just patiently wait and let them do it for me. And again, in Wayfarers, I know now which tiles to get first, and if I get them first, it makes it harder for my opponent to get them, so I can just put them on the back foot immediately. I need to play against someone who knows how to play these games. Such a high barrier of entry. You can't really play against new players. I'm very disappointed with this, honestly. You know, I believe Scholars and then Wayfarers was the order after what's it called, Shipwrights and then Viscounts on the end here, so to speak, is the playing order that I played these ones in. And I like Shipwrights actually, because it's just simple, it's silly, it's fun, drafting some cards, trying to make these ships. The second one, solo, is terrible. We'll see how it is at multiplayer, which I really need to get done actually. But I'm not impressed with these two at all. Obviously, artwork is fantastic, components are fantastic, everything about that is fantastic, and I was thinking about keeping them because they've talked about expansions, but I don't want to get them off my shelves, honestly. I want to get them off my shelf, yeah. I don't think they're very good games. I don't. Well, I'm rating this one a 7, this one an 8. Those are decently good games, but they just have too high of a barrier of entry. I'm not going to get them played at all. Like I'm saying, I haven't played this 4 players. I can't find 3 players who want to play this with me. I can force my wife, and then maybe I can get the one guy I know to play it. Who's the third guy going to be? Because one guy I thought he has played it, he didn't like it, and then the third guy, I don't want to play with him in this kind of game. I know he's a dickhead when it comes to these kinds of games. I can't gather around 3 players to play this game because all the people I know is just too high of a barrier of entry, and we're gonna kick their asses. They're not gonna have a fun time. So yeah, 7 and 8. I'm not keeping them. They are getting sold. Disappointing from Gaffle Games with these games. But hey, let's not be negative next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.